Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to Kottabos Space Program. And today we're going to do a little housekeeping on the moon. I think that is a good thing to spend some time with today, because we do have a couple of missions out there right now. In total, we have 5 missions, the KVLL-01 Challenger being the only one around orbit, and the other 4 are around the moon. And we have the lander with a Jebediah over here, our laboratory that I still need to rename, but I keep forgetting to think of a good name for it. So again, if you have a fun suggestion for a name for our Munar Arch Laboratory, please put it in the comments. I would appreciate it, and if I like it, I will use it. And we, of course, have the Shenandoah orbiting around the moon as our research station. And then the Mobile Munar Laboratory. Last episode, it ended poorly. Very, very poorly. But thankfully, we quick-saved before we left orbit, and off-camera, I did land it on the moon, though it took me about 4 or 5 tries. But we made it, it landed, and with surprisingly little fuel used. These little Rockomax engines are amazing. And, ooh, it's getting wobbly. Let's just... No, that's not what I wanted. Let's hit the leg. Oh. Huh. I thought if you only clicked one leg, it would just raise that one, but apparently no, since I did the symmetry for to get 3, they all come up. That is good to remember for future rovers. Not good for tipping over, though, but we still have these Rockomax engines. So let's turn off the SAS, give it a little bit of throttle, and cut it. There we go. Yeah, alright. We are on our side now. On all 8 wheels. Yep. Though, you can definitely tell I built this by hand since the symmetry wasn't wanting to cooperate, as these wheels are all off a little bit. That worries me. Let's turn on the parking brake here real quick and activate our lights. There we go, we got a spotlight in front to make sure we have a good clear field of view in front of us, and some nice floodlights on the side so that if we're doing any research, because we do have scientific equipment along the sides of the habitation module, that we have plenty of light to see, and if we do need to go really fast, we apparently have a rocket-powered rover. You know, if we wanted to, try and break some lunar land speed records or something, and most likely explode very, very quickly. Yeah, for my first rover, I am very pleased with this. I've never really built a rover. I played around with them a little bit on Kerbin, just putting together a few things off camera, but this is the first actual rover I've tried to build, and I've learned a lot from it. I am pleased with it, even though it is not exactly the best rover in the world. I've learned a lot. For instance, doing the vertical takeoff and landing thing for this, I don't really like. The next rover design I'm going to build is going to be horizontal when it lands, and the engines will probably detach in some manner. I haven't decided exactly how I want to do it yet, but it is definitely going to be horizontal rather than vertical so that I don't have to worry about tipping the rover over. Let's actually go to the map real quick. We are east of the Munar Arch, so let's... Actually, first we need to make this thing a rover on here. Oh, it's a robotic rover picture, but it'll work. It's still a rover. There we are. Gotta rename that too. And let's... What way do we need to go? Let's turn off the brake. Turn to docking mode, because when you're in staging mode, WASD will turn the wheels, but it also sort of moves the weight of the ship over, like it does in space, how you can sort of tumble the capsule in orbit even without engines. But if you're in docking mode, it just controls the wheels. It doesn't try and move the weight of the ship around to sort of shift it to where you need to go. It just works. Am I going the right way? Yes, that's the north line, so I need to go west to get to our Munar Arch base. And I'm kind of going to take it slow because I don't know exactly how well this thing is going to control. I'm already noticing that it is pulling to the right, because my wheels are not exactly perfectly symmetrical. So, yeah, that's not going quite as well as I had hoped. But, yes, we are still moving, slowly but surely. I am worried because this thing is quite top-heavy, and I perhaps didn't give it a wide enough base. So again, all things I'm learning from this first rover. And I really do have to thank all the wonderful people on the Kottabos Space Program forums. I posted this on here, or on there, and got a lot of really great responses from people for all sorts of wonderful ideas. And I'm going to be stealing a lot of them. No, that's not quite right. But yeah, I am definitely going to be redesigning my next rover to be radically different than this. It's, as I said, definitely going to be a more horizontal design. I am probably going to go with the lander capsule for the next rover I build. This one was fun because I did want to send up 3 people, and I wanted this habitation module. But it definitely doesn't exactly work so well with doing a horizontal design with this sort of setup. So yeah, the next rover is definitely just going to be the lander capsule that is in the VAB. So we'll only be sending up 2 for the next one. And as I said, it is going to be horizontal rather than vertical. Ooh. Okay, a little bumpy. And you know what? Now that I have this thing tipped over and moving, we're gonna... Oh, I can't quick save while moving on the surface. Let's... Ooh, brake. There we go. Coming to a stop. Yeah, this thing really likes to pull to the right. And now let's quick save. I did not like that lurching forward. It auto-save, but let's also do the quick save so we can quickly come back. And let's get back on our path to the west. And we should be slowly but surely making our way to the Munar Arch and our stationary moon base that we have there. Which is going to be great. I like having that base at that location because I want to build a much larger Munar colony. And I really did want it to be by an arch when I was originally thinking of how to build my colony. So I am glad that we did get it there. And man, this thing really does like to pull to the right. I need to spend more time making sure all the wheels are aligned on the next rover. Is definitely something to remember. Because yeah, this thing, I'm not even pushing any keys right now, and it's going all the way to the right. Oh, man. Okay. Well, rather than just me rambling on for what's most likely going to be an hour or so of me driving all the way over to the Munar Arch, I'll just bring you back once I finally make it there. And yeah, we've finally made it to the Munar Arch after a very long time. Let me look at my clock here, and yeah, very nearly 2 hours of driving this thing across the Munar surface. Now, I had to turn off my lights because, as you can see, driving across the surface with 8 wheels takes a lot of charge, and I keep going down to 0. So I had to turn off the lights so that I could maintain a half-decent speed. But man, I can't believe I've actually been driving this thing for nearly 2 hours. And I'm still technically not done. I have to make it around this arch and get to our survey station. That's what I'm kind of calling it now, is a survey station, because it's basically what I'm going to use as the target point for my eventual colony here on the moon, that I have no idea when I'm going to build, but should be quite fun, and I would like it to be, as I said, by this Munar arch, as I just think it'd be a cool place to put it. But yeah, as you can see, I am going quite slow, and hitting the brake a lot, because this thing, I've learned a lot about driving this vehicle in the last 2 hours. One is that even with 8 wheels, it is so heavy that it has a very, very hard time going up hills. And 2, that, again, because it is so very heavy, when going downhill, even a slight bit downhill, it picks up quite a lot of speed. I'll actually show you something here in a minute once I come to a complete stop that happened. I wish I would have hit record, but I was just so worried about the life of my Kerbins that I was frantically doing whatever I could just to make sure that this thing didn't explode. But yeah, here we are. And as you can see, I had to use some fuel. We'll go to the map here real quick. And yeah, we were all the way over here. And when I got to this crater, I was looking at the map just to see how far I had gotten, and I wasn't paying attention really. And I had noticed that my rover here got up to about, I think it was 25 meters per second. And actually, let's switch over to the other ship, turn on its lights as well. There we go, back to the rover. Now we have the place nice and lit up. But yeah, it had got up to about 25 meters per second. And I was maybe 30 meters or so away from the drop into the crater. And I kind of ramped off the edge of the crater, and yeah, I panicked, and so that I wouldn't crash land at the bottom, I started up the engines, ended up flying all the way across the crater, and then landed on the other side like a plane. I leveled out the rover, and oh god, I don't even know how I survived. I just leveled it out, threw on the parking brake, and just... oh man, I wish I would have recorded that, but it just wasn't meant to be. I was panicking, and I'm amazed I even survived. The whole time I was just clenching up so tightly, going, don't blow, don't blow, don't blow up, oh god. But I survived it, I made it. We are here after about 2 hours of driving, and Billy Bobdo could probably stretch his legs a bit, so let's get him on an EVA. Oh yeah, I forgot the hatch is under there. Let go, buddy. There we go. Alright, let's turn on your lights. And let's go say hi to the crew over here. Let's, where is the crew hatch? Ah, over this way. I actually think, because of how stressful this whole trip has been for Billy Bobdo. Oh, I forgot to turn on his RCS. He is actually going to move and be a part of the crew of this survey station. So let's get him up here real quick. And let's go in there. I think Billy would like to be a part of the rover crew now, so let's hit him out on EVA. And, whoop. Gotta extend the ladder there. Forgot I hadn't put that back down ever since we moved this station closer to the Munar Arch. And there we go. So yeah, we're just gonna move Billy on over to the rover crew, as Well, he's a little bit wild like the other guys in the Rover, so I think they'll get along quite nicely. And I think he might like the change of pace. Ah, I was worried there for a second. It's like, oh, the hatch is there. I wonder how I'm actually going to get to it. But apparently, you just have to be close enough. Excellent. So let's board him. And nice, we now have Nelleming, Jarek, and Billy. A lovely little crazy group of guys here in the Rover. And there we go. What the? Did you fall, buddy? You must have. Okay. Oh, I kind of wish I would have seen that, but oh well. So yeah, let's move Billy Bobdo into our survey station here. There we go, and you and Orson can do a little research, do some geological surveying around the Munar Arch for our eventual colony to find a nice good spot for it, while the Rover crew goes and does science in the immediate area. So let's turn off these lights before we switch over to the next and last part of this episode. As I said, I wanted to do a little bit of housekeeping in the area, so not just get the Rover over here, but I also want to get Jebediah back home. I've got a really fun, big mission planned soon, and I need him back on Kerbin and in the crew rotation for it, because I think he should certainly be the captain of that mission. So let's just head back to the Space Center real quick and go and grab Jebediah. Let's see how he is doing in the lander. Ooh, he is on the dark side of the planet. Electrical charge is good. How is something lit up? Oh, there's a little light for the ladder. I never knew that existed before. That's cool. Alright, he seems content. And, okay, so we are on that side from Kerbin. I would like to do this in a straight shot, just to take off from the moon and make it into a intersect or a rendezvous with Kerbin and just go straight into the atmosphere. Now, I gotta admit, I am a little worried about that because I don't know, with how fast this thing will be going, entering the atmosphere, I don't know if this little parachute will be able to handle it. But, even though it is Jebediah, I think we need to risk it, because like I said, I have a really big mission planned that I want him back at Kerbin for. And I could send a rescue operation here, but I think as we learned from that Rover, I'm not exactly good at doing pinpoint landings. I meant to be here, I ended up here, and then had to drive for 2 hours. So, sending a rescue mission to get Jebediah in the amount of time that I have left before starting that mission up, it isn't feasible. I need to get him back to the planet. And so, yeah, let's just retract the ladder here. And to prepare for launch, though, I'm gonna try and figure out exactly what way I need to go for a good intersect. Give me a moment while I try and plan out this mission, because I'm already nervous and I want to do this right. I want Jebediah to live and get home safely. So I'm just gonna stare at the map for a little bit until I figure out exactly what I need to do. Yeah, alright. So, 1 sec. Okay, and I'm fairly certain I know what I should do. Oh, famous last words there. But, yes, while I had you guys off camera, I fiddled around with the order here, because there wasn't a spacing in here for us to decouple, so I moved that engine up so we don't have to use it quite yet, because I would like to save as much of that stage as possible for later. And these 4 engines should be more than enough to get us off of the planet here, or not the planet, but the moon. And as you can see, it's also bright out. Well, brighter. I sped up time quite a bit so that we were no longer in the dark side over here. Would have been a very boring launch if we would have stayed over there. So yeah, sped up so that we can have a illuminated launch. And Jebediah, you good to go, man? Let's grab our orbital info panel that I cherish so dearly. So we are gonna need it. Now my plan, I wanted to do it in just a straight shot, take off and try and get back to Kerbin, but I do not think that my piloting abilities, nor the current location of the lander, really would mean that that would be successful. I'm fairly certain I would not succeed there, and it would all just end in tears. So my new plan is to try and get up in about a 10-kilometer orbit around the moon, and then do my burn towards Kerbin. Let's see how this goes. Let's throttle up here and launch off the moon in 3, 2, 1. Lift the gears. Let's angle out towards the 90. Alright, I like the low speed here. There we go. Oh, that's not quite what I'm wanting. Alright, now that's at 10 kilometers. Let's add a maneuver node and circularize that, or at least attempt to. Nope. Let's see. Whoa. Oh, God, no, we don't need that. 11. 5-ish. That works for me. We'll go with that. Oh, that was not good. But alright, it's... You know, I kind of believe that one, that it's only going to be a 10-second burn. It doesn't take a whole lot of thrust around the moon to get yourself into an orbit, especially when you're just trying to accomplish somewhere around a 10 to 15 kilometer orbit. It's not exactly taxing on your systems. So let's let the countdown go. Jebediah is happy to be back in space. I mean, I would be too if I was him. He's been out there for quite a while if you look at the clock up here. Jebediah, he always seems to get stuck out in space for the long-haul missions. But hey, he loves it. Look at him, he's just so happy. I think he's mainly happy just to be flying again. He's been sitting down in that tiny little capsule for ages now. Okay, we are almost to our burn point. And as I said, it doesn't take a whole lot of fuel for this, so we have a whole lot of fuel to work with here. At least I think we do. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Let's throttle up. And I was a little bit incorrect on that burn time, but it doesn't matter too much. It's still good. Alright, we are at 11 and 9. That is perfectly fine. I am happy with that. Let's clear out that node. And, add a new maneuver node. We're going to have to do an orbit around the moon for this, and ooh, that's a little wonky. I hope it's not too bad. Let's see if we can just do this in one good burn. That's what I'm worried about, that it's so angled at that point. Whoop, okay. We might be good. I think we're going to be fine here. Alright, let's just a little bit more. There we go. Eesh. That's going to be interesting. So yeah, we're going to burn, get into there, and we'll be in a very, very wide Kerbin orbit. And once we get to there, let's add our second node. We will burn down. And there. Hopefully. Ooh, I don't like that. What's that going to do? No, that should work. That should work. But we're gonna remove that node for now, because we don't want to get confused with anything. Oh god, I hope we have enough fuel for this. It has been a very, very long time since I've had to do a return burn from the moon. I'm very, very nervous right now. Okay, let's speed up time so that we can make our way to the other side of the moon for our burn. Alright, let's speed up a bit more. It's going to take a while otherwise. Woo! Where are we at now? Okay, so... yeah, let's... keep speed... oh, that's as fast as we can go since we're now under 10 kilometers. Okay. Well. Yeah. This is going to take a bit, so I'm going to bring you back once we're at our burn point. Alright. See you in a moment. Okay, now we're about 22 seconds from our burn point, but you know what, as usual, I don't exactly trust that, so we're gonna start our burn now. Ooh, okay. Oh god. Well, it worked. We're in a very screwy orbit now. Much, much worse than I thought. God. Man, okay, that's gonna be in the 3-hour mark. We may still be able to do this. Whoop. As it shouldn't take a whole lot of burn for us to deorbit our craft from here. That's what I'm thinking, at least. That's what I'm thinking. Let's... why is it saying... oh, moon escape. I guess that's correct, but no, that's not right. Okay, let's give this a go. And again, I will bring you back once we are closer to our burn point that hopefully gets us back to Kerbin. If not, Jebediah may be out in space for a while. Oh man, let's find out. Okay, and oh man, I really don't know if this is going to work. Let's try and get to our burn point. We need to be at the retrograde. Whoa, there we go, there we go, there we go. Come back, come back. And yeah, trying something new, as you may have seen with both the waiting at the moon and waiting to here, to just keep recording and speed it up. I've never really tried that before. I've just been doing cuts. But I don't know, trying a little something different. But during that whole speed up process, you may have noticed that it quickly jumped away to me escaping Kerbin for a second, and my heart dropped. Oh man. That wasn't good, but I think we are fine now. We are in this extraordinarily huge, wonky orbit of Kerbin, and I'm gonna actually start burning now. Ooh, okay, it's working, it's working. Oh, there go my one engines. Why didn't they decouple? I may have to do that manually. That's strange, though. It should have decoupled those. Huh. Okay, we're kind of gonna turn that way a bit. Come on. Okay. Oh god, we don't have a whole lot of fuel left. What little fuel I have left now, I'm gonna use to try and slow our descent once we are back in the Kerbin atmosphere, because, oh god, that's not gonna be good. And, okay, yeah, I don't know why these didn't decouple. They should have, but they did not. Well, let's decouple them now. It's gonna throw us off a little bit. Let's try and do it somewhat symmetrically. Symmetrically? There we go. Later, guys! Oh, hey, we still got the lights on there and all that jazz. Yeah, we really don't have a whole lot of fuel left, and we are slowly falling towards Kerbin. Oh, God, this is going to take a while. So, again, let's speed things up, trying out to that fast-forwarding a bit more, and I'll bring you back. Oh, God, oh, God. We are now no longer heading towards Kerbin. We're heading back for the moon. Oh, crap. Okay, wait. Maybe it'll catch us back here. Oh god, catch us back. Yes, it did! Oh, thank god. Oh god, my heart isn't doing well right now. I thought we were going to be escaping the system. Oh god. Poor Jebediah, man. I need him to live. Okay, let's speed up here again, guys. Okay, well, we are coming in quite well now. Looks like we have about 11 minutes until impact. And we're going to be landing somewhere in the mountains. Oh, man. Huh. That's going to be interesting. And whatever poor country is there is going to get bombarded with debris as well. I'm sorry, guys. Hope you have good insurance down there. Would insurance cover space debris? Huh. I have no idea. Probably not, knowing insurance companies. Let's speed ourselves up here a bit. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here for 11 minutes. Just waiting for this thing to crash down. Okay, we're going well here. And let's bring it back to normal here. Okay, that's a big planet. Alright, now I want to try and keep on the retrograde point here, because I am going to use what little fuel I have left to try and do some sort of slowing down, because as you can see here, we're going really, really fast. For the surface, we're going at nearly 2,500 meters per second. Oh, God. Oh, man. And for the horizontal speed, we're moving at 1.4 kilometers per second. So, yeah, I don't think that parachute can handle those sorts of forces. Oh, God. Jebediah is happy, though. I think. Kind of looks like a mix between happy and, oh dear God, am I going to die? We'll find out. Oh, man, this is... Oh, wait a minute. Isn't this the... Isn't that the continent for the Space Center? Ah, God, I can never remember. You'd think I'd learned that by now, by where we are on the map. But either way, we're coming in over here. And we've got about 1.5 minutes, apparently, until we crash. Though somehow I don't believe that. Well, we should be getting some of the atmospheric effects soon. I would think, because we're almost to the... Oh no, we're not even to 100,000 kilometers, or 100 kilometers up yet. Jeez. Ooh, man. Okay, okay. Getting nervous. Jebediah, brace yourself, man. This could end very poorly for you, but I'm hoping for the best. I truly am, my friend. I truly am. Eesh, okay, okay. We're under 100,000 meters now. Coming in quick. We are nearly at 3,000 meters per second. Oh, God. Okay, okay. You know what? I'm going to start throttling up. Throttle, 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 throttle. Let's try and bleed off as much of this speed as humanly possible, or Kerbinly possible. Oh, God. Oh, God. Let's launch the parachute, too. Deploy chute. Oh, God. It's on fire. It's on fire. Oh my God! Oh God! Okay, okay, okay. We are slowing down quite nicely now. Oh man! I probably shouldn't have released the chute at that point. That was probably a very bad idea, but it seems to have survived. And wow, we really did slow ourselves down a lot with that. Oh God! Please survive, please. Well, we are out of fuel. We are coming down now on just the chute. We had some pretty cool re-entry effects. Got the throttle since there is nothing to throttle anymore. And yeah. Oh, landing info is gone. We came in so quick, the landing info broke. Lovely. Oh my God. We survived. Jebediah, you wonderful bastard, you made it. Oh, wow, that's... And we're actually coming down in a relatively flat area here. Nice. Okay. I am happy about that. Let's turn on the lights for no apparent reason whatsoever. So we've got plenty of electrical charge, and yeah, I just realized I can't separate this whole section, so hopefully it doesn't explode. Please don't explode. It would be awful if Jebediah made it this whole way and survived all of that just for this capsule to explode. Oh God, don't explode, don't explode, don't explode! It exploded, son of a... Okay. Sorry for the cut there, but oh, I kind of exited the game out of frustration, because we landed, it exploded, and I thought Jebediah died. But I loaded back up the game real quick, because honestly I was going to give it a second go from the quick save. And Jebediah lived. Oh my God, Jebediah lived. Look at him, he's so happy. But yeah, it crashed, exploded, his picture went away, and I quit the game in frustration. I was like, nope. I'm done. Flip table. Oh, God. But then came back in, as I said, to potentially try that all over again. And I went to the tracking station. And he was there. He was there. Oh, thank God he was there. But yeah, it looks like the engine exploded, it toppled over, then I don't know, it glitched or something along those lines, but let's get him out on EVA. Let go. He's alive. Oh, that makes me so happy. So very happy. Jebediah, grab on. Good job, Jebediah, good job. Get back in there. And yes, Jebediah is home safely, even though I thought he was dead. And nearly threw my keyboard down the hallway. Oh, that makes me happy. So, yes, Jebediah's home. The moon has one less object on it. We still have our survey base, as well as our rover there, and the orbital research station around the moon. And eventually, I'll put a colony there, but for now, I need Jebediah home because within the next few episodes, I'm going to be sending him on a very big mission. But there are a few things I need to do between now and then to help with that mission. So, yes, Jebediah is home. We are going to end his flight. Let him go back home and enjoy life for a little bit here on Kerbin before we send him back out into space. And yeah. Oh, I can't believe he survived that. And that makes me happy, and hopefully you all as well, and I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and that you, of course, come back for the next. And have a good one.